watching.
Subscribe.
Hello, you're watching ScreenStalker. I'm Fakidor Laurie Blake. This is housemate Simon. And Simon, do you think Nintendo is lagging behind everyone else in terms of online?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they don't, funnily enough, because during a question and answer session as part of Nintendo's annual general meeting of shareholders, Nintendo was asked...
Oh, sorry, just even the mention of an AGM just hurt me.
So they were asked by shareholders about the impression that it's been a little slow to join the bigger trends in gaming, such as cloud saves, mobile, and VR. Now, I would argue that Nintendo has always been mobile, because they've always done Game Boys. It's a different type of mobile gaming.
And also, nobody's bought VR and it sucks.
There is that. That is a big thing.
Why are we competing for the thing nobody bought?
Yeah. Funnily enough, Shigeru Miyamoto had some thoughts on that, and he said, "We have not fallen behind with either VR or network services. We worked on them from the very beginning and have been experimenting with them in a variety of ways, like how to make them more convoluted."
In that time, we have objectively evaluated whether they actually allow our consumers to have an enjoyable player experience and whether we can operate them at an appropriate cost, because we don't publicise this until we release a product. It may look like we're falling behind.
He said, "I think that cloud gaming will become more widespread in the future, but I have no doubt that there will continue to be games that are fun because they are running locally and not on the cloud." And I think that's an important thing, because the Nintendo Switch seems built as a local co-op machine. Literally, the two controllers slide out the side, so it goes from a one-person thing to a two-person thing instantly. The whole point of it has been designed to be a toy.
They managed to create a essentially next-gen console
Yeah.
that existed portably and locally, ahead of the trend for more local multiplayer, which there has been in also main console gaming. So, I don't know what the problem is.
No.
A bunch of old men whose only vision of technology is from Tron and other 80s sci-fi classics. There's something they go, but why are you doing VR? Why are you doing the expensive thing?
Nintendo have done VR. There is a VR module for Labo. Like, there is a cardboard VR thing that turns the Switch into a VR system. It's not amazing, but it fits with Nintendo's ethos, which, like Shigeru Miyamoto just said, is about cost effectiveness and opening up to as many people as possible. The thing with VR is you're only selling to the hardest of hardcore gaming fans. I get why shareholders would like VR, because one, it feels futuristic. Two, the buy-in for just getting a basic VR headset is like 200 quid. Which sounds a lot better than going, we're making this one game, it's cost this much money.
Yeah.
But Nintendo might...
It's free to just jam your fingers down your throat if you want to be sick.
Maybe some of the shareholders' concerns are a little off base. But I think one of the interesting things that they said, Nintendo is viewed as slow to adapt to the trends in the market. And I think that is a kind of fair criticism, in the sense that Nintendo has had online since the Wii. And it is still terrible now.
They're still unable just to make a shop.
And I'm using basically the same functionality that I was using 10 years ago to play Mario Kart Wii at university, to try to play Smash Bros with people on my Switch.
Yeah.
And I think like, Nintendo Switch Online has proved itself to be a sort of step in the right direction. Obviously, the codes and the voice chat notwithstanding, they've offered a library of NES games to players. There's talk of SNES games being on the way, but that's kind of up in the air. They've given people things like Tetris 99, that's really good. Cloud saves, finally. There's the remixes of classic games that are also part of the Nintendo Entertainment System stuff package. And it means that Nintendo Switch Online has now rocketed up to 10 million subscribers. But how much of that is just for people wanting to play Smash Bros online? Because comparatively, PlayStation Plus has 36.3 million members and charges more per month, more per year, and then obviously more annually, and gives people things like free games every so often. There's just a bit more of a structure to PlayStation Plus. And it includes the fact that things have like dedicated servers, so the games don't lag as much. You can chat to your mates, you can have a username. There's all the sort of simple quality of life stuff. Now, as part of this same AGM, Shintaro Furukawa, the head of Nintendo, said that they want to further enrich the subscription service in future, and said that Nintendo's policy is that we will consider whether each product we offer is suited to a subscription model as we expand our business in the future.
Following that on, he said, "At this place, we cannot tell new information about future classic hardware, among others, but we are thinking about providing an extension of the online service, which is currently providing Famicom NES software, as well as other methods of providing them. We also recognise that there are opinions wanting to play past titles.
So this is one way I think that they, beyond like dedicated servers and that sort of thing, one way they definitely could improve the Nintendo Switch online subscription service is by leveraging the back catalogue of games, because the NES stuff is great, but nobody is desperate to play NES stuff. People want to play SNES, I think, is the main one. But, you know, if you could go to Game Boy Advance, N64, eventually GameCube, suddenly you've got this amazing library of games that's worth paying for. And then we can forget about the laggy online and all the other bits of the subscription, because you've got this thing that Sony cannot have. Microsoft cannot have this thing, and they will never have a back catalogue as good as this. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments down below how you think Nintendo could improve Nintendo Switch Online, and head on over there to watch more awesome ScreenStalker content like our brand new format that we're trialing on Fridays. Let us know what you think. I've been on Fakidor Laurie Blake. This has been housemate Simon Longdon, and remember, we're watching.